All righty. A little bit out of breath, just did a little mini workout. Out here for our game 3 against the Innovators. Oop, I did not expect it to start that quickly. Per usual, we get every ball, or we get there first for every ball. This time, we keep bludger control because Nick's able to make that beat. Got progressively better every time. We've got control. We're in box. This is a good look. Good setup. Doing all the right things here. I think that's just unfortunate that you lost that. Definitely swatted that after you beat him, but the refs just missed that, Nick. So we lost control there, but Max, that's perfect. Drive left, pass right, and we score. Easy money. Easy money. Jess, you're guarding their girl. Kind of caught in no man's land. Let's guard Zeke instead. Same thing that hit us a few other times there, right? Guard the person who's the biggest threat. Almost no team is going to have 4 threats on the field at all times. That's why we use our girls the way that we do, because it makes it impossible to defend in a man defense is if you use all 4. But every single team is going to have somebody that they're not using. Detroit did not use their girls. We don't need to defend them. Make them pay for it. Make them pay for the fact that they're not essentially doing what we're doing and running basic and getting our girls scoring like every possession. I'm like way too deep here already. This is kind of an awkward possession because I can't see what the hell's going on. I feel like I'm about to get beat. Harold got beat. I think we're trying to get control back. What is Aubert doing? Max, I like that you were willing to take the reset there. Do we get control back here? We do have control back. So let's get into box. Are we in box yet? Probably takes too long. I'm going to say we scored there, but that probably wasn't the look we wanted. And that I went right, and that was the same side as K-Pac was. I don't know what happened there, if I shot or if K-Pac got a pass and scored, so it worked. But again, that drive with the way that defense is set up, like, should have gone to the left. The drive should have gone to the left. I probably still could have passed it to Jess there, but that's also a tough play because that girl's riding her hip really hard. Again, Jess, don't need to be guarding that girl. Because you're guarding that girl, Tafik catches that ball in space and has time to gather it. I mean, even in this situation, right? Like, I think the obvious play is to throw it to her and she dunks it, but he's just shooting that ball. I think that was probably an unnecessary attack. So Harold does not have a ball. I honestly don't know where the third bludger is right now. There's a ball back here. Matt clearly doesn't have a ball. We scored on this, but I'm not sure where our third bludger is. They should be just attacking right now. I don't know where our third bludger is. They scored that one because we attacked at a stupid time. Again, your offense, you control the game. I would have rather been patient, got a goal, and then they don't score on us. They have a bludger here, and Marissa's got one behind me. Harold doesn't have any bludger right now. And Matt's beat. So yes, we scored, but that's not the best look there. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. K-Pack almost got eaten alive. Space out better. We should be way better spaced here. I don't think we have control yet. Yeah, oh, we got control here. All right, so we got control. What's our instant reaction? How quickly do we get in box here? Not very quickly. Not very quickly. That's not what we wanted at all. All right, that ball, Matt threw that ball back. We are in the process of getting control. We should immediately be switching into box right now. Immediately. Scott, again, we can get a basic shot, which will be better. You take this shot on the hoop that's covered. If you're going to take this shot, but I don't want you to take this shot, especially from the front side of the hoops when we've got control and all that jazz. You also could have just shot it at the hoop that wasn't covered. Tougher angle, but like you also don't have to throw it through a human being. That always helps. Let's be patient, guys. Oh. Yeah, I think they called the bludger swat on Kennedy. As a general rule, I'd have us like, let's not worry about bludger swats. Let's just play. It's going to cause us more problems than good. Where the fuck is the camera? All right, here we are. That was a good, I'm just going to point it out because that's perfect cut by Scott. Right? He's driving down, and watch him pop up. It's a good V cut. He's open. We should all be continually doing those. I don't know if we have control or not, though. If we have control, no, we don't have control. Okay. So we lost this because what are we doing here? Oh, because Kennedy is in the box. I see what happened. That's got to be an awareness from everybody, right? Kennedy's in the box. Maybe we should have just killed that penalty. That's probably on me from the sideline for not yelling it. Pretty sure they don't score out of this apparently, but yeah, if Kennedy's in the box, we've just all got to be busting our asses. I would say Gramps is a good reset option in that situation, to just like throw the ball to the corner and hope he can get it and then send it back out. But like, yeah, I think we could have just killed that penalty. if they don't score here, that's more them being bad than us being good, even though we were pretty scrappy at stopping these breaks. No, they scored eventually. So yeah, we probably should have just killed Kennedy's penalty time. They're going to call a penalty on their bludger swat. We don't get the bludger back that we wanted. Okay. Good job moving the ball around. Oh my goodness, Nick. I would not feel comfortable right here. Also, Gramps, where are you going? Where are you going? We don't need to be attacking right now. Let's get control back so that if we score, they don't score on us immediately, right? Nick has to reset because you're gone. Instead of cutting down because she's playing high, Gramps, instead of cutting down, what you should have done is just drive into her like Scott did and then pop right back up. Keep that ball on top so we can get control back. Man, I wish this camera was better sometimes. Again, I don't know what we're doing here with the ball. Camera's just too bad. We did get control back, so we should be immediately switching into box. In this one, it works because Gramps is the open person. They forgot to guard him, right? Actually, I don't think they were guarding Kennedy either. Oh, I see, because Smutny was in the box. That's all that was. Smutny was in the box. We located somebody who was open. And as I've said all season, if you're open and nobody's guarding you, dive to the side of the hoop immediately. Get there. You will be open. And you will score if we don't F it up. That's just them throwing one away. But again, think about how this team is operating, and they're not going to operate much differently than other teams. Alex gets his ball, and he's thinking, I got to get the ball down to Brandon Yee, who Gramps is already covering, versus throwing that ball, where's that girl at? Over here, where she's totally uncovered. That's why we're not covering her, is because they won't throw it to her even if she's wide open and uncovered. They're going to force those passes to the guarded guys. Yeah, Harold, you just got to actually throw the ball. Quick rules thing. Harold pushes the bludger against him and then lets go. You have to actually like release it and then put it against their body. Otherwise, it's a blue card. It's a stupid foul. But it is one. And the colored bludgers thing, man. What? I don't get what it is. Danny, this is a nice block. Maybe I missed it. I could have swore they threw it at you. Maybe they do it right away. Oh, yeah. Danny blocked it initially. Again, doing a better job. Harold's in the box. Let's kill his penalty time, if at all possible. Use the reset. That wasn't pretty, though. All right, what kind of set are we in here? We don't have control. Yeah, we should have one more person on top here. And we probably should have swung the ball in the back at some point. I shouldn't have jumped on Wasser's thing, whatever. But luckily we get arm. You have to get his arm. Whenever people are driving, get their arm. We should have done a better job coordinating at this point to figure out what set we needed to be in. Like, we're alone. Okay, Jess, come up high. Like, Mary, get to a corner. Like, we'll figure this out. And yeah, I don't know. I think once Danny gets beat, at a certain point here, we're just in a tough spot. What happens here? So eventually they just kind of dick it. Because again, somebody got Wasser's arm. For here on Yi, I should have left arm up instead of right arm. I could have blocked that shot. Max, that's just a really good look. Do we keep control here? We don't. We lost control, though. So that's something to be aware of. Oh, Harold, that was, or not Harold, Danny. I just pulled a Matt and called Harold Danny, or Danny Harold. Same thing. God dang it. Danny, that's just like the worst fucking toss ever. Just the worst toss. I think Max makes the right read because we should get control out of this the moment Danny's going to get that ball. I just don't know. I'm gonna make fun of you for this one, Danny. You're right here. You throw the ball to the left and it just goes straight behind you. And it comes right here. What the hell? Not your best play, buddy. So yeah, ideally Danny throws that ball back to his own hoops. Harold picks it up. Danny has the other one. We have control. We score off of that, and then Max would have been the right play because we would have kept control. I think this one we just ran because it was like no bludgers ish. I know we have control, Danny and Harold. Some shit happened and Max put it in the hoops. I just don't know where their bludger is. I can't analyze that play in any way. Doesn't look like they have a beater anywhere. Oh yeah, the bludger was way wide on the top side of the screen. I get it now. Yeah, so this is just no bludger situations. Right here is the bludger. So that's just good. Like Max and Mary getting out in front of that play for the no bludger situation. I don't know what happened there, but Liam obviously intercepted that pass. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I think this is the one Liam did not catch with two hands. but luckily Rick tackled him with tackled him illegally from the back. And Liam, I'm not sure why you moved that direction. The calculus of it is interesting. But it worked. That was pretty. That was very pretty play, guys. I liked it. I'm unsure who's guarding Tafik right now. I see what's going on. Actually, I don't see what's going on. Never mind. This play, I think, is just Matt playing high and us pressing. And again, funny story, in the press situation, they're just forcing the ball to the people who are covered. A lot of teams in MLQ are going to do that. They're going to have a handful of people who they see are their rock stars, and they're just going to throw it to them when in doubt. Nick on this fast break, that is a good look to get the ball to Jeff. I think you were just throwing the ball around Smutny a little bit. Probably should have just led Jeff a little bit more to the hoops. Like throw it around Smutny the other way. Or just float it. Or just not throw that pass if we're not totally set yet in a good look. Jeff going to get that ball. Tafik keeps speeding up and you slow down. Make sure you get the ball before you try and pick it up and do something with it. Getting it is the first step. Okay. Sam, that was a really good. That's kind of how we want this to happen, right? We talked about it before, where like Gramps rotated up in game 2 on 1, and then there was 2 people covering the ball. I think this is perfect. The way Sam is coming up, Zeke has to throw the ball because Sam's pressuring, and they just don't have a good look out of this. He's just got to get rid of that ball. Nick, I just don't think that's the right shot. What I probably should have done is ball goes to me, and then they tap out Smutny, who's guarding Max. I should have flipped the ball back to Max, and then Max can make an attack. Also, actually, no. The reason this play looks goofy is because I'm the unguarded person. That's the effed up thing here. We should have got this set up differently. I think we just did not expect to see that. I think Smutny was guarding me at first, and then when Max had it, he left me. And then nobody's guarding me or Max right now. And then they're guarding Nick down below and Kennedy down below. So, yeah, definitely me or Max should have went on the backside and been the open chaser by the hoops. And again, Nick, this just isn't the shot we need yet. We probably could have sat for a second and figured it out before we went there. I'm in our man defense. This was kind of the look is whenever they would take 2 steps and then have to make a play. Also, Max, that's pretty. They were just panicked, right? We were taking away their off-ball options that were ideal, and we'll have to work in practice on making sure we're taking away basic from other teams if we're going to run man. Not sure what happened there. I was clearly watching the play at the time. We did score, but we also don't have any bludgers on defense. And they do probably score here? No? Maybe not. Oh, wow. That we still don't have a bludger on defense. Limited things to say on the sidelines, but one thing you can say is wolf, 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 as in like coyote or as a type of wolf. That means somebody's behind you. I somehow just did not see Zeke here, which is just absurd. Thank goodness we kept the quaffle. But yeah, going back 2 steps. This initial attack, we have to take the easy goals when we're going to get them. But like, we obviously didn't come out of this with control, and a good team's going to make us pay for like going down and then having no bludgers on defense because we sold out for a score. It's just a really high risk way to play. And if we're not good enough to make those scores, we're going to get burned. Detroit just was not good on fast breaks to score on those. Oh. So we scored here. Similar thing though, right? We're just trying to get control back. We do score, but again, I would have liked to see us work to help our defense out by getting control back before we score. At a certain point, though, Aubert is just not looking at Scott. He's behind Mary right now, just only looking at Harold, and so Scott just has an open lane. And at a certain point, we just have to score on those to keep their beaters honest and respect our chasers. But like, if Scott doesn't score here, I'm going to be insanely mad. One of the things that helps Scott, so in these situations, the thing to pay attention to, like when you're shooting, this is like a really goofy thing. Which hand does Tafiq have on his broom? Some keepers are going to be good enough to just put the broom between their legs and like block shots. Tafiq's not long enough to do that, so he's going to have to lunge no matter what, which means he has to keep a hand on a broom, which means for him to go up and to his left, his right arm has to come across faster than the ball does, which is why Scott was able to deliver the shot. But again, no bludgers the other way. Predictable, right? I didn't know what was about to happen. I don't remember what happened in the game, but you knew it was no bludgers the other way based on the timing of the attack. Because Scott's attacking then, we're giving them a no bludgers offense after this. So we're attacking against 2 bludgers, giving them an opportunity to score against 0. And they score on it. right? So if we want to be truly efficient, we have to score and not give them the easy score the other way, right? What's the point of an offensive possession if we're just trading goals? We want to score a goal and then set up our defense and get a stop, which I'm probably explaining to Scott right now. Wow, those trees look really pretty. For the record, it's not paused right now. I'm just waiting to see how long this takes. Hey, we're getting control back. Ooh. Mary, that's a good throw. You just got to hit him. I think it might have hit his broom too, but YOLO swag. Maybe you did get his broom and he called for it. Again, though, right? There's one bludger in the middle. We could just attack right now, but we don't want to do that. Like, that's not to our advantage to attack right now because they still have 2 bludgers. Just working the ball around to get control. Harold, I'm glad you survived that little tumble. Here's the thing, and so Harold's over here fighting for this ball, and their other beater is, let's see where he's at. God damn it, I can't see him on the screen, right there, right? So he's staying in the middle. These types of plays happen all the time as we're trying to get control back, right? He has to make a decision between going and helping his beater partner get that ball from Harold. He could go over and just beat Harold anytime and they could keep control. Or he can stay and play defense. And Mary has to make a similar decision, right? She has to decide if she should stay here and protect us as Quaffle players, go help Harold and secure that third bludger. The third bludger's up for grabs right now. Or she could probably, we wouldn't want her to do it here, but like she could make a play on their beater. But again, I don't think we'd want that to happen here. So what we communicated on the field is I said, Mary, go help Harold. And all I'm doing here is dancing enough. This is breakdancing. This is literally what breakdancing is. We're going to talk about this a lot in the next few weeks. Breakdancing is just being a threat so that their beater has to stay home and watch you. I wish you could see their beater here, but he's literally trying to decide between going and following Mary over to the clusterfuck behind the hoops and trying to keep control versus playing defense. But because I'm sitting here pretending like I'm going to attack, he looks at me instead and then has to commit to playing me instead. And now we have control. And we should be switching into a box set, which we are. Good getting that ball back out, Scott. Probably not our best look. Yeah. Max is the open man again. What they were doing is they were putting their girl down on our girl. Yi is guarding Scott. Luckily, Alex was just leaving that hoop open. What we should have done instead, though, is flip into Max or I playing on the bottom, whoever they're not guarding, and then just running the usual basic look, right? They can guard whoever they want, but no matter what, they're leaving somebody unguarded. I think he makes this shot. Yep. So I think that's just communication between like me and Liz on who's stepping to guard him, right? So I'm here and then Liz is right on the other side of Max there. One of us just has to go right away. And instead he's able to get up to like the keeper's own line and go take a shot. And that's why we talked about, I think there's like a timeout like here-ish. Yep, we did call a timeout. And then talk about like designating who should be rotating on those plays. That's something we'll have to work on a lot in practice. What are you doing, Liam? I don't know what happened there, Gramps, but I'm very happy with your patience. Yeah, we have control here. You clearly don't like the look that you have. Yeah, the basic look's not there. They're just sitting with everybody on the hoops at this point, 3 people on the hoops. What we should be doing is switching in a box and figuring out who they're not guarding, right? Put somebody behind the hoops. Somebody's unguarded. And it's Gramps, which I think we're about to figure out. And that's exactly how that play should look. Right? This is one thing. So Wasser almost stops this. I don't know. The spacing is a little weird. I'm not going to comment on that. We did the right look, though. Gramps was the one that they weren't covering, and we got it down to him and scored. I don't know what's happening. We are looking at a grass field. Liam's making a tackle. Alex's butt is dirty. That was good. And again, Gramps is the unguarded person, right? Basics really easy. I'm going to call them out for exactly what we said to stop this. All right, Yi should be dropping to take away that pass. Liam's in no man's land to be a threat. If I'm them, if I'm Brandon Yi, I just think one step further and that pass doesn't work. Right? If he's here, the ball's right there. Like if he's here, that ball doesn't get through, but it does. And Gramps is able to score. And he's just literally one step late. So I hope that tells people where they need to be when we're on offense to stop whatever we're running against ourselves. Liam, that is a beautiful fucking tackle. But what happens after that is not pretty. All right. So, and I think this is a question that Liam asked in practice once, and it's got to be kind of a judgment call. So Liam makes this tackle. Gramps stops and stares and looks at it. Liz stops, stares, and looks at it. Sam coming up to make a play here. We've got to just talk in those situations, right? Like, Liam should come. Maybe somebody else comes to, like, step on the ball or, like, cover up the ball. And I'm good with Sam trying to make a judgment play to beat him before he can get rid of the ball. Unfortunately, he does get rid of the ball. And if Tafik doesn't score here, I'll be surprised. Okay, well, that's just a pretty play and their mistake for trying to shoot on Nick. If they're a little better, they probably would have had Tafik keep coming across, drag Nick across, and then she drops in and they do a little basic look and she scores. Or they're just patient and wait until our beaters are out of play. Man, I don't know what's going on here. So I got 3 on top. Danny does a tap out. I think he beat Danny. We're swinging the ball around. That is a gorgeous pass, Nick. Gramps should know that he's got a reset option below if he needs it. I think he just used the reset. That's good. We got control out of this. Good patience. Good patience. Hopefully we're getting into box. Pray to God we're getting into box. We're not getting into box and we wasted a possession. All right, we are in box actually. But, all right, who are they not guarding? They're guarding Liam. There's a foot there guarding Liam's feet. There's Smutney on Nick. That's their beater. This kid was guarding, I don't remember who else, Gramps on top. Liz was the open person. Nick, this is just an unwarranted shot. Same thing as I said with Scott's shot, right? Tafiq is like, 1 foot is like on the hoop. If you're going to shoot, don't shoot at this hoop, shoot at the top hoop. And beyond that, you don't need to shoot. What you could have done is just come across, drag Tafiq away from that hoop, make him guard you looking at those hoops, pretend like maybe you're going to pass to Liam, flip that ball right back to Liz and she'll get an easy dunk. Instead, we just kind of waste it. They're giving it to us. Our lack of discipline and patience is the only reason we don't score on every possession this whole Super Series. Both teams are playing man and just giving us that look. I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like good scrappy defense, and they were attacking against 2 bludgers like doofuses. And that's why you don't attack against 2 bludgers. Hopefully we score here. Really don't know if we scored here. Sam's reaction makes it seem like we didn't score yet. But that's good patience. Oh, no, that's the one where Liam doesn't catch it. All right. Why are we throwing it to Liam? Liam, are you in a position where you're going to score if you catch that? I don't think so. That's probably not a good spot to be. I wish we could see this a little better. We don't see it until it bounces off of you. But either way, not in a spot where you're going to catch and dunk. I'd say he's probably the unguarded person on that play. But why don't we wait until we get a little bit better look? Middle hoop's down. I don't care. We still get the same look. Patience and discipline. Could repeat it 1,000 times. Ooh, Danny, you sly dog. They do score there, I think. Did they score there? I really don't know what just happened. Might have been 20 minutes. Actually, let's take a look at why they scored. We should have had control there. Do we not have control here? There's just not a good view of this. I don't know where their other beater is. Yeah, Marissa doesn't have a ball. So they don't have control. They single out Danny. Danny gets beat as he's like making a kick beat. Yeah, there's not enough there for me to be able to see what exactly happened in the Quaffle play. Good camera angle on the back of Zeke. Jeff, that's a nice dodge. That gets us control. Oh, Danny. Make sure we're dropping that ball in a good spot. Those plays, like where you're dropping the ball, is critical. So like whenever we're in practice for all of our beaters, like really, really be conscious and work on those, because he drops it in a spot where Marissa can go get it rather than it just like be at Matt's feet. And so he's not able to protect Jeff. Matt has to go keep ledger control for a sec. What me and Max are doing here is not going to be interesting at all. We're just going to hold on to it for a long ass time here. All right. I'd be curious to know thoughts on this one, because I saw this initially the first time I watched the film. Was not a huge fan of it. So Matt lost his ball, and Danny, you can beat this guy out, but like Matt's going to get his ball. Danny, you got to beat Zeke here, right? Seeker first. I'd rather lose control even than like not beat their seeker out, right? Like that was a decent look. Let's make sure we're tapping the seeker out first. Tweet, tweet. Jeff caught. Now we play. Regular basic look. They're guarding both of us on top. Mary was on the right and scored. That's just regular basic. Nice and easy. There's a bludger foul on the play. We kept control. Sorry, Max. Max comes all the way over to give me a handshake. I was really emphatic with that one. This is just a good play by Matt. Really just pressuring high. It's a risky play. If Matt misses there, we're really in trouble, though. Okay, they're back on offense. Me and Max switched. Why did he leave? I don't know why this guy leaves. I think he leaves because he's afraid Matt's going to throw at him, but Matt threw at Alex. Very strange play. And then this should be pretty quick. Max and I just drew up a little business. Matt gets tackled by Marissa. This is just straight 3-on-2, 2-on-1 shit, though. Ideally, Matt doesn't get tackled by Marissa and can then just like wall off Evan and get between Evan and Max. That was kind of the plan. Matt did get tackled, but Max has got so much daylight over there. Like as a beater, man, him sprinting at me here, that's a wild choice. That's a really wild choice. On a fast break, I think it's good. to come out, but like, man, not if there's a passing option. Okay. Coolio. Good stuff. Hope y'all had a good weekend.